Okay, so this video we're going to cover about the random node, right? So we need an object to play with. So let's say we're going to go with cube for this one, and go to mesh or motion graphics, the same thing. So just click mesh, it applies, and yeah, bring on the list, the mesh editor. Alright, so let's say I want to convert this into grid, and I just want like a huge number for this example, and then increase the distance, okay, to match 21, 20, Z, Z, okay, so we have a little bit of gap there, and let's apply the what is it just now, the random, right? So we apply random. As you can see, it creates a very interesting looking greebles. Let's start selecting the random node. Let's start from the top here in the menu. So position, so obviously you can animate this or adjust this to your liking, things like that. Okay, and rotation, obviously, complete with that. Complete with scale. As you can see, it's random node, so everything is not scaled according to the value here. So some is shorter, some is taller, so there's a lot of randomness here. So it's very actually good to create a lot of things, a lot of abstract things. And then you have the random seed. If you don't like this, you can change to different seed. Okay, and let's go down again. These are the strength, from normal to 100% strength. You can even random the random node, so now is even more random. Okay, so yeah, then steps, stuff like that. And okay, let's go to the fall off object here. This is quite interesting. So I'm going to create, right click here, create the fall off. As you can see, as it travels, it creates this kind of cool graphical geometrical animation. Right, as usual, you can click the fall off here or click this one here, right, and you can change the type if you want this cube, right. You can control the same thing here, the mode. See, if you change to remove, go back to normal. Okay, you just remove the effect, or you want to add the effect. See, like that. Okay, go back to normal again. Right, I like the cube, so I'm going to leave the cube as the fall off. Just going to adjust the size a bit so it covers the whole thing. Yeah, that's cool animation. Okay, this is the how the color of these things. You can change to different color if you want. Okay, you can do the fall off ramp, up to you how you want it. Okay, linear to smooth. See, yep, I guess that's about it. You can do inverted. Okay, that's cool. You can even, let's see, the on the distribute, I think it's on the random or something. If you go to this one over here, you can also set the uniform scale or not. And then the strength, I think we covered that. So basically, these are the things that you can do with the random. You just create more random effects. Let's see if I cover everything or not. Overall, obviously the inner zone and stuff like that, you can have control the inner zone, how strong it is. Right. So you can do a lot of these abstract shapes moving randomly. Okay, that will be something interesting to watch. Okay, and also another thing is, you can use this for animation, visual effects. Like for example, if you want to scatter around an asteroid, a bunch of asteroid, you can do that. Or let's something like this. Just gonna start all over again. Just delete. We have the cube, Shift H to bring it, but this time let's say I want to change the pivot to be at the bottom, so hold D and then just move it at the bottom here. So this is the root of the object. Just going to change the shape a little bit. Maybe do that crystal again. Okay, so I got like this, and maybe I'll model another variation, and this will also teach you about another node called the ID node. So I'm going to just duplicate this. Right, and just gonna make it different a little bit. So okay, so I'm gonna name this crystal 1, crystal 2. Okay, now I'm going to select both of them, and then I'm going to create a mesh network. Okay, so if I multiply, I just see the first one, which is crystal 1. If I want to see more, I need to add the ID node. See, then I put there, of course there's only 2 objects, so only 2 ID. You can choose random, or you can choose cycle, fixed, just linear will do. Okay, and I want to project it on a surface, right? So I need like a surface object. The ground or something. It's going to organically hit B and just pull this just to make an elevation here and there, so the ground is not flat, just more natural. Click B again to turn off the soft selection. And now we're going to distribute this model to all over this place over here. So let's go to distribute and choose the mesh. Okay, no mesh connected. Input, so we want the floor here, our ground, and we are going to put it here. So click and hold your middle mouse button, drag and drop here. Okay, see now it appears over there. So I can scatter it out. Scatter is a method. Vertex, see, you will just put it on every vertex. See what else? What else? Random vertex, face center. See on every center of the face. Can push it, pop it out a little bit if it's too cave in, right? Yeah, stuff like that. You can play around with it. Okay, so let's choose a scatter. Okay, yes, the push along, just bring it back down. Okay. Put a lot, and let's see what the scaling. Yeah, let's see what the random can do to add on to this. So click and apply the random. Okay, click random, rotation. See, now you can add a bit more rotation. Start from the top here first. ZY. Yeah, so I guess some is a bit too, it goes above the ground. So you can play around with this. Okay. Rotation, of course, you can play with random rotation. So now it looks more variation. You can play with scale if you want. See, like some are longer. You can also animate this and like have it like like some magic spike. Something like the latest Superman movie where the crystal all coming out from the ground, the crystal ice. So yeah, you can do something like that with this. Okay, or you can do it uniformly. Yeah, that's the best part. Then you can also randomize it, and then you can animate this thing. Let's add more. Let's fill this up like 100. Okay, and maybe what you can do is, yeah, you can do the random strength. And let's see what this can create, right? So see, it kind of like move this around. So that's the best part, you can have it move. So if you animate this, it looks like as if things are moving on the surface. That's a cool thing about it. You can choose inverted, right? Or maybe you can change to add, and then see, like something is moving and rearranging the thing here. So obviously this is the opposite, right? So yeah, these are the things that you can play around with. To maybe you want to add a bit of motion, you can animate this fall off, right? So that's one of the abilities of random. You can make it all sleep like that, and whenever it hits, it all wakes up, right? Okay, so that is a topic about random.